All right, we are back for the first time in a long time with a toy review, something I've been saying I want to do more of and just have not been doing it, but we picked up last night the Marvel Select Thanos, the Disney exclusive version. He's at the park, he's at the Disney stores, and so I thought this would be a good time to pull a toy out of the package and talk a little bit about him. I'm going to kind of compare him a little bit with the recent release of the Build-A-Figure from the Marvel Legends line, and then talk about the older comic version, Marvel Select, because I gotta be honest, I really like all three figures quite a bit. I normally only display one figure at any time of a certain character, but having a hard time deciding because I do definitely like comic versions in general. Most all of the toys you display are comic versions rather than TV movies, but he was so good. What they did with him with Brolin in Infinity War was so good, so it's kind of hard. So anyway, though, first off, just looking at the figure itself, he does come with two heads options. So we've got the non-helmeted head, and honestly, I've always thought he looks really odd without the helmet on. And then Infinity War, he pretty much has the helmet off the whole time and got so used to it then that, again, going back to the other version, it's like, hey, he looks pretty good like that. Now, interesting just on talking about Marvel Select, the fact the size difference, it is so rare for a Marvel Legends figure to be bigger. That is the case definitely here. I mean, if we go side by side, he really is kind of dwarfed a little bit by the Build-A-Figure from Marvel Legends, from Hasbro. So anyway, don't like that. I definitely wish he was a good, I don't know, maybe about this much taller, just for those select figures. I mean, I love displaying the Juggernaut or Abomination or Hulk, Red Hulk, those, because they do have that extra size benefit over the other Marvel Legends, or over Marvel Legends figures. And I just think it looks better when they're compared up. So it is kind of interesting, this one, that you're getting a little bit smaller of a figure there. Now, the figure itself, articulation wise, I mean, as with a lot of the Marvel Selects, it's pretty tight joints and you're not going to get a ton of range, but I mean, not that you're expecting a lot from Thanos as well, but he does have the ab crunch there. As I said, the head detaches, we can change that out, but beyond that, you just have a little bit of simple wrist and elbow articulation there. He is wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. Doesn't come out with a change out hand, which is kind of interesting. The comic Thanos that came with Depth a few years back, Marvel Select, he did come with that other one. I just have the regular hand on there, but he came with that change-out Infinity Gauntlet, and you don't get that option here with this one. But I do like the paint in general. I mean, it's a really nice color. It does kind of give you that feel from the kind of a blending of the classic comic version with the movie version, which honestly looks a lot like the more recent Thanos stuff that we've seen with the Donny Cates stuff and things like that Marvel's been doing over the last few months there. So packaging, standard Marvel Select packaging, a bunch of little ties inside there. I just ripped it open and took it out. It's got the usual little license thing, and on the back you've just got kind of the pose of him. So usually, got to be honest, the Marvel Select packaging I usually just toss, so just kind of brought it since we were going to talk about it in this video, but probably will go in the trash can today. But I mean, the figure, I definitely like it. We picked it up for what ended up being $26 at Disney with our annual pass discount, but I do like it quite a bit, even though I wish he had a little bit more of the girth of the older Marvel Select figure that we got there, and then I wish he had a little bit more of the height of the Build-A-Figure from Hasbro Marvel Legends. So he's definitely not perfect. I would add a little thickness to him, add a little height to him, just make him a little bit more imposing. I just feel like when I'm going to put him in a display with Hulk or Abomination, he's just going to look really diminutive next to them, and I'm not excited about that. So I'll still have a little bit of a decision there with the choice, but I wouldn't mind putting that outfit on this guy if there was a way to do that, but obviously that's not going to happen. So fun figure. I think it's worth that 25, 26 bucks. I don't know that I would go too much higher. I see on the secondary market they're going for like 50, 60 bucks now, or at times they're going for that. That seems a little crazy. I'm sure they'll get back out distribution wider than that, but a fun figure overall. So hope you enjoyed that little look at this Marvel Select Thanos, and we'll wrap up there. Hopefully we'll do more toy reviews in the near future. So until next time, we'll see you in line somewhere.